Is up, dudes? Just sending out the link to some of the homies. Getting situated here. I'm just doing a quick one tonight. Probably stream for like an hour or so. I think I'm going to color some of those little head sketches I did last night, and ink one at least. Thinking I'm gonna do the Mitch one because I want to figure out how I'm going to handle colors on him for the most part. I also I got some more writing done today on the back end of City of Rot, just figuring out some finishing touches on things. Hopefully have that wrapped soon. Just, punching it up everywhere we can, making it as cool as possible. Did a shitload of just I guess research, but it was mostly just staring at Mobius art today, looking at different color work of his and stuff, how he separates like foreground, midground, and background very simply, but it looks really, really, really good. Yeah, lots of stuff. So I'm gonna be coloring the Mitch sketch most likely, and inking that as I start to figure out how exactly I'm going to tackle that throughout. What's up, Mitch? What is up, Razmaz? Good to see you guys. Hell yeah! I was staring at a lot of some of the stuff from, I think it's called Another World. It was reprinted in a big art book they did a couple years back. Oh, awesome. Sorry, I just got another response back. Yeah, and some stuff from Blueberry, which was like, I need to fucking pick like all of that up. One of the guys I was always a big fan of growing up, his stuff really early on, like Walking Dead came out when I was still in fucking high school, and I love Tony Moore's early stuff on that, and I realized looking at a lot of Mobius's stuff on Blueberry especially, it looks like Tony Moore is like super influenced by Mobius, and Tony Moore, I think, is like one of my biggest influences early on in drawing and stuff. I was big into a lot of other guys, but there's something that just like pulled me in with Tony Moore's stuff. I wanted to be just like him. And then looking at Mobius stuff today, I was like, holy shit, just everything I like about Tony Moore feels like stuff that he learned looking at Mobius stuff, like the structure of eyes and noses, and there's a lot more like cartooning in Mobius. Yeah, Mitch, I'm 30. Like I'm one of the younger ones in the Death Curse crew, I guess. I think I'm the baby out of like Kayla, Jeff, Ryan, all of us. Oh yeah. So another crazy thing that pretty much happened right before I went live, why my brain's all scattered right now. I tweeted out about how I'm working on Camp Rainbow, and I really wanted to try and eventually get a preview of one of our horror books in Fangoria. And we've like tweeted out to them. I've talked to their head editor, Phil Nobile, a couple of times. Like the stuff they do for the most part. They get a little weird on Twitter here and there, but that's not my place. I stay out of all that shit. People can do whatever they want to. I like for the most part what they're doing, and they're the last bastion of real like horror magazines that are out there. They're like subscription only now. They're doing some great movie stuff. They helped fund and produce VFW a couple years back. They're part of Shudder. But when Cinestate had all that, because Cinestate owned Fangoria last year, when they had all that trouble with the rapist dude amongst them, they like covered up for some rapist, and it was not a good look. And they've since gotten rid of him, but it was some pretty bad PR handling for a couple of weeks. And the editorial staff of Fangoria asked to be sold to new ownership, and that actually went through. They got new ownership. It's Tara Ainsley, I believe is how you say her name. She was the writer and creator of the movie Tragedy Girls that came out I think like 2 years back now. It's like high school chicks kidnap a serial killer and then go on like a killing spree of their own, posing as the serial killer to get rid of like their high school rivals, I guess. It's sort of like Mean Girls if it were a slasher flick. Not my bag so much, but my girlfriend really, really liked it. What's going on, Shogun? But yeah, the creator of that ended up buying out Fangoria, and they just got back to me on Twitter. And she directly responded to me and got me exactly what I need to send a Camp Rainbow preview into Fangoria. I grabbed a couple new issues over the summer, but don't much remember any comics or anything, but I think they'd be okay. It's horror, right? Yep. It's subscription only now, and I think it's like a quarterly magazine. But that was the whole thing, was they used to have lots of comic stuff in there back in the day. And I thought it'd be cool to maybe link up with them and do some shit with them. Maybe get a preview of Camp Rainbow in there or something. But yeah. That's kind of the thing. Is like it seemed I noticed that they had a bit of a void in content over there when it comes to comics. And I'd like to be the one to fill that void. What is up, Edwin? Good to see you, dudes. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. I'm just trying to get shit out to more and more people. Deliver cool stories to wider audiences, and just grow this whole thing. Keep providing kick-ass stories and content for you dudes. Plus, it's fucking Fangoria. They're producing movies and stuff. We could have Camp Rainbow the comic and then some fucking balls to the wall Camp Rainbow movie. Who knows? You never know what could happen in this wacky post-COVID world. We're taking it day by day, dudes. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. It's still, early on and everything. Who knows what the fuck will happen? But exciting stuff. Very, very exciting. Yeah, just sending out another link to some of these dudes. Don't know if any of them are coming in. Randy, Blastbeat, great to see you guys. Pretty much situated here now. We got water for the watercolors. We got our angry niche. It's funny too because I did this sketch really fast while I was drinking last night, and it's nowhere near the final style that I'm going to be doing for the story. I don't know how often we'll even be seeing him this close, but for now it works. It gives me a nice little reference point too to build off of, like sort of D scale and up render and stuff like that, if that makes any sense. But I'm playing around with scope and scale a lot in this one, so it's very rare that we're even going to see our hero in like a very big close-up or anything. There's going to be a lot of wide shots of him looking really tiny, these little gestural drawings of him zipping around this giant kaiju in this city. playing with that sort of concept, but I do still need to, bring that camera in and show reactions and stuff here and there to make it interesting. Otherwise, it's just going to look like a stick figure fighting a giant monster. Yeah, but this is good. I'm gonna slap some quick colors on it and everything. Hopefully the pencils will hold up for the most part. Oh, hang on, sorry. But yeah, it's a good fucking day. Great day. Ryan said he might be able to pop in a little while. We were all sort of recharging our batteries today, hanging out with our ladies, so they don't forget what we look like and all that good stuff. Hell yeah, man! It's a girthy afternoon. Greetings and salutations. What is up, Joe Boo? We're gonna get our diving gear ready. Yeah, so I'm not busting out the gouache again yet. The really cool thing is I can do a first pass in watercolors on any of this, and then the gouache is really opaque, so I can go back in and almost paint over it like I'm painting with acrylics. Not that I'm necessarily going to do that, but I have the availability and the options. I think what I'm actually going to do is sort of lightly erase the Mitch drawing, or no, that won't work too well. I'm just going to draw over it. So we will just draw over it, and then we will hit that motherfucker with the colors. Where are my inking pens? Why am I losing my mind? Here we go. It's an 8, that's a 1. Real fine. Okay, real thick. Cool. Get this bad boy turned on. How are you guys doing tonight? What's everybody been up to today? You all have a good day? You dudes getting busy? Staying busy? Okay. All right. Goddamn, every time I go live, all of a sudden everybody wants to respond to me about shit I hit them up about hours ago. All right. Yeah, cool. All right. Padrino, what is up, dude? Damn. I look away for 2 seconds and chat popped off. All right, cool. Mitch, drunk. All right. I'm sober tonight. We're smoking a little bit. A little bit of that devil's lettuce. Metatron's Cube, what is up? Page 1 Comics, what is up, Jimmy? Welcome, dudes. Padrino, we got a little mutant Padrino right there from last night. These super cheap little inking guys. So yeah, again, just keeping things sketchy in here, real loose, because this is stuff for the 24-hour comic challenge we're doing on the channel. So I'm trying to do stuff where I don't linger on things too long. I'm just sort of getting the point across and staying moving. The focus is more on speed, getting things done, especially in the final challenge. The big thing is going to be nailing the storytelling early on in the layouts and things. What is up, William C? That's actually something. Oh, let me turn this other light on. I'm sorry, guys. It'll help it a little bit. That's actually something I'm going to start working on more in the next week or so, is starting to figure out the actual layouts and things like that. Really nailing down that storytelling. It's sort of this day in the life of kind of thing, but we start off. This guy's been tracking this monster for a while, and we don't know what it is. We get this sweet reveal later on, but he's tracking this big kaiju and living in this bombed out city, and we see him sort of walking around, baiting traps throughout the day, setting up like line rigging and stuff like that. And yeah, we see him going about his normal business, getting prepared for something, but we don't exactly know what it is at the beginning. Obviously, I'm sort of spoiling it for you guys, but that's part of the fun of this challenge, is the seeing us bring it to life. So yeah, he's setting up all these traps, getting prepared, hunting these guys down, or hunting this thing down essentially without you knowing it, and he's all geared up for something. We hear these strange noises off in the background, which is obviously our monster and everything. We see him come in contact with some of the mutated and stuff like that. I have a couple different ideas for setups and stuff like that, and these guys coming into play. But we basically get to see from his point of view this left behind world. And then our star monster shows up, and the fun stuff happens. But yeah, it's sort of this. He's rigging stuff up. He's traveling around in the city, foraging for food. Isn't a kaiju one of those Japanese poems? Yeah, haiku. Jesus, you guys are too much. We're gonna do kaiju haikus. Yeah, no, but this thing is like so it's supposed to be like Stephen King, Jesus, John Carpenter's The Thing monster. Think this big asteroid made impact with Earth, and mankind thought it was going to be this extinction event. So they all hopped in their sweet SpaceX spaceships and took off into the atmosphere. Ironically, all those guys that take off, they abandon, the poor, the prisoners, and stuff like that, and take off to space, and the asteroid ends up burning up in the atmosphere, breaking up, and one of the stray pieces essentially wipes out all of those ships as they take off into space. So the ones who thought were going to be the last of humanity end up being the first to die. And this guy is sort of one of the dudes that was left behind. I like the idea of him being like maybe you don't know if he was a prisoner before everything, or his history's obscured because it's not really important to the story we're trying to tell. But I like the idea of him just being this grizzled, badass survivalist guy, holding it down on his own in this sort of apocalyptic story. And the idea was to like this is a creature that's been around for a while. This is just part of life now for him, and he can't really escape the city without wiping this thing out first. So that's his mission, whether it kills him or not. And since this creature goes around basically like absorbing living tissue and whatnot, it's sort of like eating up all the animals and everything. So it's also a means of he needs to take this thing out, or there'll be nothing left for him to live off of. Just again, keeping it real loose. I am by no means an inker. That's why I had to beg Ryan Wynn to ink me on Camp Raybo. Do it a little bit thicker over here. Just putting in a little bit because I'm going to erase this out and ink over or paint over it in a second. These little bits in. Here we go. Extend some more over to here. Cool. The death curse absorbs Girth regardless. Nothing can stop it. All right. Oh, duh. I'm an idiot. He's got eyes. Irises, I should say. Not bad. Probably like a what? 5-10 minute sketch, something like that. It'll have to be quicker for the finale. But we can do that. Just thinking about Ryan's whole conserving time with the pen cap changing and shit like that. We won't be getting that in depth. A little bit of shadow here. All right, cool. Mama just girthed the man. Oh my god. Okay, I'll stop. Cool. I think Kevin said he might join us for a little bit. Oh, we'll darken this up. I definitely fudged this neck a whole bunch, but it works. It works. It works. I'm excited to see that dude's comic. He's still, I think it's still technically based on Deadly Sinners, but instead of it being like a fantasy thing, I think he's doing like a futuristic space thing. See what's great with this. I came in late to the City of Rock campaign, but if you guys do another one with that perk level, it's already there. Haha. I always try to jump in at that perk level. Oh, for the cameo? Hell yeah, dude. I think if we do a campaign for Camp Rainbow, we're going to do a couple different things like that. I was thinking about like if you don't want to be visually a cameo, there's some spots where we can fit names in and stuff like that. There's cool. Oh, bless my girlfriend. There's some cool spots where like on gravestones and stuff like that where we could do it for fairly cheap and be like, get a copy of the book and get this weird little cameo spot where you can have your name in it, like on a gravestone or mentioned in some dialogue. You might be the name of one of the victims in the original massacre, or you can back for an actual cameo and get drawn in as a character somewhere. There's a pretty big cast. It's gonna be sort of a limited mini series. I guess sometimes they call them like limited ongoings, like Watchmen at one point and stuff like that. But we'll know when we launch how many parts it will be in the end, and then we'll just go for it. I'm gonna let this sort of chill for a minute. Maybe I'll throw some lines on little Padrino here. Cool thing with Camp Rainbow too is that's not gonna be me sketching on it. That's like me sitting down for the day job, penciling a page a day if I can. Once I get that flow going. Just banging them out, especially with Kevin doing layouts for me and everything. Once we get that, that's why we're doing the Ashcan and everything. Once we get that that workflow going as a crew, I think it's really gonna be something special. I'm excited to have both those dudes on board. Consider both Kevin and Ryan really good friends. Speak of the devil. What is up, dude?
We're acquaintances at best.
Yeah. Pistols at dawn. How was the rest of your game stream, buddy?
That was good. I think the best we got, we were like third.
I think that was the match I saw.
Yeah, and like the rest of them, we were getting like 7th and like 9th, which isn't bad, but just the regular shit show all around.
Your buddy was so funny. I was watching early on when you guys were playing that train game mode, and he realized like halfway through that he wasn't ADSing.
Yeah,
he's like, wait, why are my guns not doing any damage? I like almost pissed myself.
Yeah, that's what's very fun playing with those guys because they just like Logan. The T-Virus, like, he plays quite a bit, but Josh, like, doesn't, and it's just hilarious, because he's just like, what are all these things? And, like, tonight I was mentioning, I was like, it's like you've never played a video game before, which you play video games all the time.
Yeah. Like, I was like, this almost feels like watching Beth streaming. Like, like, okay, what does this do now?
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
what
this
is
is
what is and
the
what is this?
dangerous dude to bring you into battle.
Yeah, like what is this called? A gun?
This is what I want to shoot things with.
Yeah. You working on some cool mutants?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that new sketchbook you got?
Yeah. Cat already got to it a little bit, of course. As those bastards do.
Yeah.
I'm actually drawing some of the dudes in chat. That's based on a picture of Mitch Rockage, and this is little mutant El Padrino in here.
Gotcha.
I gotta make a brush for hair this week so I can just bang it out really quick, Bisley style.
Hell yeah. Mitch asked, "Will the ash can be released in any way?"
Yeah, Mitch. So I'm thinking for the Camp Rainbow Ash Can, that'll be. We're almost thinking about doing a box set thing, sort of like EVS does with his stuff. But a bit different. But I like that idea of like a little variant setup, and then an ash can. You can get the ash can on its own in there, but yeah, it'll be available. It won't just be like a private thing we're doing like the traditional ash can. It'll definitely be available with all the other Camp Rainbow stuff. It's just an ash can in the sense that like it's legit us like figuring out our workflow together and everything. Which is I think gonna be really fun. And after Fangoria getting back to me today, I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude. I need to get started on that. Like,
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be rad. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah, just to have something in there, even if it's like a preview of one of our books, to be like, fuck yeah. Bucket list achieved.
Right.
Little kid Spencer grew up reading Fangoria.
I was more of a Rue Morgue kind of guy.
Oh, you homo. No, they weren't bad either. Them, what was the Horror Hound, I think?
No, I think it was funny because like the only place you could get them was like it was like the next town over, so it was like a solid like 15, 20 minutes away.
Yep.
And then like I only had so much money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, I don't know. And basically I picked up whichever one had just cooler shit in it that week or that month or whatever it was. I remember
I
there
totally get it. I grew up very poor. We would ride like 2 towns over on our bikes to a media play when those were still a thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you had those out west. It was like Sam Goody,
I was gonna say
a bunch
I
of
know
other places.
Yeah.
Strawberries, I think. They all eventually were like getting bought out by each other, but Media Play was like the really big one out here, and then it got bought out by like Strawberries and Sam Goody, and then they all got bought out by FYE in the end, I think.
Yeah.
Or FY. Is it FYE? Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I'm pretty sure.
Rue Morgue put out some great like one shots in the last couple of years. I have a Lovecraft one that I'm in love with. Yeah, I heard they had like branched out into doing more like actual publication stuff and not just the magazine. I think Horror Hound did that as well. I think that's the third one. Big thing too, though. I think Fangoria is bringing back Starlog as an annual.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah. The Tara Ainsley, the girl that bought it from Cinemark when they had that whole rape fiasco. I say fiasco, but it was like a legit, like shitty situation. Cinemark handled it really fucked up, and I love Cinemark movies.
Mhm.
Like they did a lot of great stuff, but they had produced that Ghost Story movie where that chick got like sexually assaulted on set. And the producer that did it was one of Cinemark's employees, and Cinemark like fired him, but tried to like sweep it under the rug and cover it up and keep him on like 2 more movies. Like they let him like wrap the movies he was working on, and then they were gonna fire him instead of firing him on the spot for fucking raping someone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a maybe he did it. Like he ended up openly admitting it. It was kind of a fucking bonkers situation, but yeah, they handled it really poorly. And editorial asked to be put up for sale because they didn't want to work for Cinemark anymore, or they were all going to walk. And then it was basically like, if to Cinemark, the brand is already dead for them. It can't do anything for them anymore. And they were very much a business. So they were like, yeah, we need to sell you guys. And they found someone that was friends with editorial who was interested in buying it. And she bought it. It's this girl, Tara Ainsley. She's the girl who wrote and created Tragedy Girls. That just came out a little while ago with Kevin Durand.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like two high school chicks kidnap a serial killer and then start killing people in town posing as him. It was really demented. I already explained it earlier, but it's basically like Mean Girls if it was a slasher flick. Beth absolutely loved it. And I know it made a decent amount of money. I think Blumhouse might have done it.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, she evidently made a decent amount of money off of it. Just bought Fangoria. And she's the one who responded to me tonight. I was like, oh, shit.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah. I know some of the editors and stuff over there, too. So I was going to send it over to editorial. And hopefully they like what we're doing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally, man.
Be cool just to have a little preview in there.
Yeah, I remember there was a place where we used to, again, the next town over, but it was just an older comic shop, and they just had tons of back issues of Fangoria and Starlog and stuff like that. And it was always it was up in the attic too, so it was always really hot up there. But it was just fun just to go and check out all those old issues.
I feel like every time I go to Salem to see Kayla and stuff, I end up buying mostly old back issue comics and then back issues of Heavy Metal Magazine and Fangoria. I got another one the last time I was there that I had never even heard of before. I have issue 3 of it, but it's super fucking cool. It's an anthology comic called Alien World or Alien Worlds.
Yeah. I used to have a
yeah, dude, I had never heard of that.
Yeah. I used to have a cool trading card. And I think I traded someone for it, but it was a dude half stuck in the ground.
But that's the issue I have.
Yeah, and there's little aliens.
Yeah, there's little critters crawling towards his face, and he's screaming. Yep.
Yeah, I had that as a card, and I think I had that, and I had it was Arthur Sodam or whatever, but it was his xenomorph drawing where it's just bleeding from the mouth all crazy, and then I had a card of the Mike Mignola cover from Alien Salvation. I remember specifically those 3 cards I kept separate from all the other Marvel and other trading cards that I had because I was these ones are so fucking cool compared to all these Marvel ones.
I'll subscribe to get that issue if that ends up working out. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know what they'll want to do with it. I don't know. It's literally just a editorial email they gave me and everything, and they want to talk more in a closed setting, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows if I send in the pitch and they're like, we want to make this a movie. That would be insane, but I'm just, aiming low here. I would like to just see our comic in an issue of Fangoria. But they are, like I said, they're funding shitloads of movies. They're part of Shudder. I don't know if they're just have a partnership with them so all their shit goes on there or what. Because I'm pretty sure AMC technically owns Shudder. But yeah, either way, we're going to explore it. We will see.
Mitch said he just subscribed to Heavy Metal when they went to the monthly releases. I ordered in September and still didn't get an issue. They told me they would throw in 300 for free when Morrison took over. And I'm like, well, what about the other 3 months? I don't know what's going on with them right now. I pre-ordered. There was a collected version of Rang Xerox, and basically they were like, it's going to come out within these like few months. And I got an email about it like maybe 2 months ago where they're like, oh, because of the COVID stuff, like obviously it's, delayed. I was like, okay, but then they just never updated me about it again. So I'm like, is it still coming out?
Yeah,
Because I really want that.
there's a lot of publishers kind of doing that right now. And
Yeah. That's why I was like stoked. I told you I thought I was getting copies of Can't Kill Cade because my mom was just like, there's a package here for Seymour Butts. And I was like, oh, okay. But basically, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure it's, comics and stuff. So I went over there today and was in a big old box. And I was like, oh, but it was a present that I got for Jacob, like in like March.
yeah, I think I remember you saying something about it.
Yeah, it's this like cool Stein, but I basically took
Yeah.
it to him today, and then I was like, "Hey, like, happy super late birthday, aka early Christmas."
Yeah. LOL COVID.
Yeah, like, whatever. At least you got it. But yeah, then I got like an email, like literally. I didn't get any emails about that one, so I was like, Am I gonna ever get this? Like, again, I pre-ordered it in like March. And then, yeah, it just showed up today, and they never said like, "Hey, we're shipping your order," or anything. They were just like, "Well, here it is at your door."
It was like when Beth's birthday present finally showed up, and I was like, "Oh, thank God!"
Yeah, right.
It's just like, if this doesn't show up soon, I'm gonna kill myself.
It always cracks me up though, because like I would get everything shipped to my mom's house, because where we lived before, where we live now, obviously it was a little bit sketchy. So I didn't want any like packages get stolen, but I would always put like really dumb names or like 90s baseball stars. And my mom would be like, "There's like a package here for Wade Boggs." Or again, like today, there's the Seymour Butts one. The one that she didn't get though was really funny. Is usually what my name is on here, but she's like, "There's a package here for Stupid Asshole." I was like, "Say that again."
My cat just casually walking into the room.
Oh, dude, Mobius is to my left, very passed out, and Bart is on another chair, very passed out.
Oh man, I've been staring at Mobius's art all day. Your cat is exceptionally talented.
Oh yeah, yeah. After he wandered to the desert on acid, man, he really came into his own.
Yeah, that'll do that for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, looking at his stuff though, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember like what the video is called or anything, but I remember finding one on YouTube where he's like coloring and like drawing digitally, and I was like, what the, like how are you just this good? You just immediately, like, I understand like the basics are there, but it's like you immediately were just like on top of that, understand it perfectly. I think he colors something too, and I was like, and it just looks like your watercolors. Like, what the fuck? Like, his stuff is always just so crazy though.
Well, yeah,
So
when
good.
you understand it as well as that dude does, like it's not that hard. Like,
Yeah, it's just crazy though. Just I don't know. I just always blows my mind watching like other people draw, because you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then it just obviously comes out in the end. But I'm just so used to obviously how I draw, where I'm like, oh, I don't know what they're doing, but we'll see how this turns out. Are you using that gouache finally, or?
no, this is still just watercolor.
Oh,
I was saying earlier, though, I'm probably going to go in with fine detail and punch over the watercolors with gouache on these sketches and stuff.
Hell
But
yeah.
I don't know how far the gouache set is going to go, so I'm just holding out and saving that all for the final pages.
Oh, for sure.
I have a couple sets, but I'm going to give one away, and
But yeah, you want to definitely make sure you have like enough material to finish everything.
yeah, finish the actual thing live and everything. I don't want to have to stop. Too much water there. There we go.
Do we have a date set for that yet or anything?
Well, I gotta talk to I'd like to do it, like at least the first part this month. I don't know if all the dudes will be able to or not. But
Yeah. So it would be like just the first part, like
yeah, first 3 hours. We also need to figure out like I mean we can do the first part soon if everybody can get together, but that was going to be like the figure out the date for the first 3 hours technically.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to send you a picture of some meat that I have marinating in the fridge.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, now I have a garage where I live, and I totally have a dehydrator. Why aren't I currently and constantly making beef jerky?
Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah, I basically just found a marinade online, just did like a really simple one.
A question every man eventually asks himself.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the hell am I doing with my life? But yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. I started marinating it tonight. I'm gonna let it marinate for 24 hours and then basically fire that bitch up on Friday.
Hell yeah. That's gonna be dank.
Yeah, I'm excited because I actually had like the proper ingredients. Last time I was just like, I don't know, I'll eyeball everything. And it came out okay, but hopefully this time it'll come out better.
Staten Island is going to beat us to the ruckus. There's an anti-lockdown riot going on right now. Oh shit. Of course. That's because they tried to shut that dude's shop down this week and a bunch of shit. It's getting wacky. I think, to an extent, locking some shit down makes sense, but we're getting to a point where it's just getting fucking crazy all around. I don't even want to chime in on anything anymore.
Yeah. It's
I'm
even like
these questions are outside my realm of answers.
Yeah.
I don't go out much anyways.
It's funny here. People are like, well, fuck that. And it's like, dude, we live in a small town. Like, there's not going to be some crazy riot in Atascadero, California. Like,
it'd be 4 people.
Yeah, I know. That was cool that there's that monolith thing, though. I was like, that's cool. Maybe if I touch it, I get powers.
Yeah. Because you aren't the guy who installed it. Sure.
Maybe if I touch it, I get sexual powers. I didn't put it up there. I don't know
Makes
what you're
you
talking
good
about.
at sex.
Yeah. Makes me good with my fingers, if you know what I mean.
Everybody's leaving.
Yeah, they're like, oh, fuck these guys. Yeah, Gabby was the one that was just like, yeah, did you see this? And it's like, that's fucking cool. I hope that just keeps happening.
Yeah, and then it's like a Nintendo commercial.
It's the new Wii, the Wii 2.
The Wii poll.
No, dude, hashtag Wii 2.
Oh my god. Touching people everywhere. That is not a good campaign.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah, that's gonna slay. Yeah, we definitely got to play some Tarkov soon.
Yeah, man. Last time I played, I think I told you I actually did like a successful scav run.
Was that your first one? Because I've definitely
no.
okay. I was like, I've definitely done successful scav runs.
It was like my successful like PMC run. I'm pretty sure, but I think usually when I do scav runs, I just get so scared that I'm like, I just run to the exit right away.
Yeah, I got something cool. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh no, usually it's like I didn't even grab anything. Just like I don't know what I'm doing. But now I've like started to understand like I know factory decently at this point. It's been a while, so I'll have to brush up, but yeah, there was times where I was just like at work just memorizing that map or trying to.
Cool. I like how that looks.
That looks good, man.
For keeping it loose.
What's up, Bart?
Oh, hey, Bart. The monolith was stolen already? From Atascadero? That tracks. From everything Kevin's told me about it.
Yeah, someone stole it. It's just clearly in someone's front yard, too.
It's just down the road from where they put it.
Yeah, that like genuinely would happen. That's funny.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's my monolith.
That was there.
Yeah, this is my grandpappy's monolith.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely fucking amazing.
I've had this monolith for years. I don't know what you're talking about.
I gave birth to this monolith.
Yeah. Look, it's got pee stains on it. It means it's been there for a while. What you've just been peeing on this monolith? Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe it's my pee-pee monolith. You don't know.
It's mine. It's been here.
Get away from it. It stinks.
It stinks.
Oh, man. Me and Gabs. We're going to make enchiladas tonight. But then Gabby was like, I don't really want to make enchiladas. Let's just make like a casserole type thing instead. But, just an enchilada casserole.
Yeah.
And so we did that. And I was like, don't tell anyone that we did this. Because
you're not Mexican anymore.
If they know that I didn't take the time to roll. No. But no, we did do like a little casserole thing. And oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah. Welcome to being white. Kevin's first casserole.
I think the only other casserole that I can remember having was one time when I was like hammered at a friend's house, and it was like for Thanksgiving. And I'm not really accustomed to casserole, but it was like green beans and like ham, and it was like super goopy in the middle. I was not having it.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
I was not a fan. I mean, if you really think about it, though, enchiladas, the way that we just make a giant pan.
Yeah.
And I mean, we'll still roll them and everything like that, but it's like for the most part, it's the same fucking thing.
Oh, yeah, no. Like it becomes a mess on the plate eventually. It sounds so good.
Oh, yeah.
We just picked up the stuff to do chicken fajitas tomorrow night.
Dude, fuck yeah. Yeah, the other night, when you guys are streaming, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some food. And I just like did some chicken and like basted it in like butter and then put like mozzarella and tomato on top. And then I was like, I can't move.
Yeah, and then I passed out.
Yep. That's immediately what happened.
I love this Posca marker.
I think I had one of those and then it ran out. I think I ordered like 3 different whiteout markers or paint pens or whatever.
These are like the best in the biz, man.
I think that's the one that I really liked, but then for some reason I started sticking with the other one, thinking that it was that one or something.
What do you use? The Prestos?
No, it's like
these fucking guys?
No, dude, I haven't used those in like fucking years. Fuck
these things are fucking miserable, dude.
I remember I seen Simon Bisley use one of those, and it made me want to be like, I'm only going to use those. But then I was like, oh, it's horrible, and I hate it.
Him and Jim Lee uses them a bunch too.
There's like a Judge Dredd panel where it says like Blam, and it's clearly written in one of those, and I'm like, that's so cool, but fuck. Molotov is the one that I use.
Oh.
Because I think they're supposed to be like...
Yeah, they're like another graffiti paint company. That's like Posca.
They're supposed to be like refillable or something like that, but one out of like every, I'd say like 4 that I get works okay. All the other ones are just shit, and I'm like, why? They clump up really easy too.
That's no good. These guys, all I have to do every time, like I have this, it's basically a scrap piece of paper right here, and you'll see a bunch of little white or gray lines. Basically, if it gets clogged up, you have to pull lines on it. And I always have like a little color swatch somewhere so I can pull over it to make sure it's going opaque again.
Leave them alone.
But like that red right there, those white lines weren't there a second ago, and I just wrote right over them.
Yeah, I feel you. I think the one that I had too was, maybe that's why I didn't get that specific one again, but I think it was thicker.
Yeah, the ones I use are fucking the super fine point.
Gotcha.
This is like I mean, it's like the tip is like a ballpoint pen. It's not like
Yeah.
super fine point like a micron or anything, but they're still pretty solid. And if you were doing this on a full size board, I mean, this would be like a pretty fine fucking line.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's probably comparable to what, like a point 03 micron, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like that ballpoint. Not the really fine one. Like I think 0.01 is really fine, but like a step or two above that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we got cool. I don't know how well the colors show up on this camera.
It's pretty solid. It's a little bit blurry, but
The lighting is so shitty in this room for some reason.
you gotta get them halogen lamps.
Right? This camera just doesn't seem to focus too. It's great. Yeah. Monolith went back to its home planet, right? It got Me Too'd, took off. It's like, I don't know what she was talking about.
It's like lifting up into the sky. Where's that voice coming from?
Cool. We've got our dude, Mads Dickelson.
Ripley's, believe it or not, is offering a $10,000 reward for information on the structure's whereabouts. For the monolith, if you know where it is, Ripley's will give you $10,000.
So you're telling me it was a Ripley's Believe It or Not ad gimmick?
Yep. It's filled with Ripley's Believe It or Not books from like 1996.
Yeah, from book fairs past. Hell yeah. And then I can paint over that eventually.
That's cool. They actually did talk to like a tasker, like locals, and they're just like, yeah, she basically, it's one of the deputy city managers was like, I have no idea, and then basically went to people from the Atascadero Land Preservation Society, which they kind of control that little spot where people were hiking up to it, and they're just like, yeah, we have no idea.
What if it's just like some eco-terrorist guy who's like, this was to prove that forest rangers don't pay enough attention.
That's all it is.
I shouldn't be able to smuggle my weird, mysterious monolith into all these parks.
Yeah. I just carried this up here. It's 12 feet tall.
Yeah, what the fuck, guys? We need to do better. That'd be ridiculous. But yeah, no, as soon as I saw it the first time, I was like, oh, that's cool. But immediately I was like, that's definitely an advertising campaign for something. Like
2002.
Yeah.
A Space Odyssey.
A Space Odyssey.
Whoa, it's a porn.
Yeah, it's a porn.
It's the first like widely released porno.
What's up, Ryan? Yeah, you can hop in if you want, dude. We're just hanging out. Oh yeah, I told him I was gonna go for like a half hour or an hour, but we're still hanging out. We're sketching.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, like I'll probably pop off maybe around 10ish, but it's like 9:30 for me right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, what time is that again? I don't remember.
It's really funny because now that like since we talk so much and you're like, oh yeah, so it'll be like 4 o'clock your time. Then you tell me what it's like when it's your time. I'll just straight up say like tonight, my buddy Josh, he lives up in Oregon. We're in the same time zone, but yeah, I was like, basically he's like, "You ready to like stream?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, what time? And he's like, he hit me up at like 3:30, and he's like 3:45, and I was like, "Wait, so 3:45 your time? Wait, what?" And he was just fucking with me because we always stream at like 6. But yeah, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Well, actually, I've like completely tore apart my PC because I wanted it to be completely wireless. So, and that's what you're
I,
saying, to just fill it with water.
I'm the one in chat who was like, "Tell him if he fills it with baked beans, it'll last longer."
Yeah, no, I could see your name. It was like popping up, which is just like making me crack up the whole time because I'm trying to like play and shoot people, but then
I thought it was so weird too. I jump in like right as you mentioned me. You're like, "Yeah, I stream with my other buddy," but it's like it's different.
no, it was funny because he's like,
Yeah, I
he was,
stream with my other.
oh shit, he was telling me you should stream or I should start streaming, and then I was like, I do stream, but like I want to do a stream where maybe it's like drawing but also video gaming. And then he's like, at the same time, like that. And I'm like, no, obviously different fucking days. Like,
Yeah. Hell yeah. At the same damn time.
yeah,
That's the name of your channel.
at the same damn time.
Yeah. You're terrible at both, even though you're pretty good at both when you're
Yeah,
not doing them.
I'm gaming one handed, and then I'm drawing with my left hand for some reason. Which is actually funny though, because like I've straight up, I've not done it like a lot, but like pretty much like one drawing per sketchbook. There is a left-handed drawing in there, just because I'm like, can I do this? What happens if I have a stroke?
It's all I know how to do.
Have strokes?
Yeah, and draw left-handed. Yeah, that looks so much better on my phone, and it looks like shit on my computer screen.
Dude, it's like anytime I send someone a picture of what I draw on my iPad, it just looks like shit. And then it's like when you see it like on my actual iPad, it looks better when it's like posted.
Oh shit, dude! Mitch got all the issues of Grit and Can't Kill Cade together.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fuck yeah!
I'm still waiting because I want to get like my copies of Can't Kill Cade and post about it and be like, "Hey, I'm a big idiot. Forgot to tell everyone to go buy this book, but go buy it."
He'd actually gave me, on top of the ones that we grabbed, a bunch of damages I gotta flatten out, but they're literally just like the front board creased on them.
Okay.
But I even got a bunch of free fucking damages for this. So I was thinking, they're dinged and dented, but I can probably draw on them on here, flatten them out, and just fucking use them for giveaways on the channel.
Dude, hell yeah.
And then obviously we got the pristine Sweet Boy copies. These ones have a couple marks on them from fucking grimy printer roller, but yeah, not all bent to shit. But yeah, we got fucking like 75 of those or something.
Nice.
I grabbed a shitload.
Yeah. If someone's like, "Hey, you can grab some," and we're like, "Okay, I'm gonna grab as many as I can."
All of them. Oh yeah, I was
take all of them.
I was gonna post that picture real quick.
Don't look at me like that, Bart. You son of a bitch.
Hell yeah. And I just tweeted out a better photo of that, guys. If any of you want to check it out, it's a little bit easier to see all the colors and shit in there.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I was just staring at that Mobius stuff, and I was like, wow, he's doing it, obviously a way more focused effort and everything. I'm focusing more on just like speed painting and speed coloring for the 24-hour comic. But just looking at how it almost looks like he does like the reverse of what I was doing there, where he does little splashes of color all around for like he's doing like his shadow painting and stuff like that if it's with watercolor. So he's painting everywhere there's going to be shadows, and he's doing it with like a green or a blue or something that's like vastly different from everything else. And then he almost goes over it with like a light wash of like a tan or something.
Okay.
Like a really light wash, and then it looks like he does another pass and he'll use a different color this time, like maybe a different shade of blue or a green, and he'll do like secondary shadows or highlights or something like that, and then it looks like he does like another wash of that same tan that he did the first wash of, another just thin pass, but every time it punches up that tan a little bit more while also settling in the like highlight or shadow color that he did, until eventually it looks really fucking like it just like it looks like it all was supposed to go together.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
obviously it does with him, but it's like you look at it and it's just these little like I don't know if I sent you here, I screenshotted some of them on my phone. There's one of them that really stood out though. Yeah, I don't know how well that shows up on there, but the purple in the front there has all these little splatters of like different colors in it, and you can't really see it on there.
Yeah.
But when you zoom in, like it's crazy. Like and this too, it's not even so much those like splatters of color, it's almost like he flatted everything a different color, but then like this purple right here, he probably flatted like a really nice darker blue, but then it looks like he goes over all of it with one wash of purple to unify it, kind of like how I would do it digitally. Remember how I told you I would do like a filter layer over like a whole section to knock it back or bring it forward or something like that? Yeah, it looks like he's just doing it with paint.
Okay. That's fucking weird though.
But I like that he does like these planes like that. You can see it in the backgrounds of the buildings too. There's like a brown stripe in there, but it still has like a value of like purple or blue to it. It was really cool to just like look at his stuff though, and I was like, I'm gonna start testing some of this stuff out. So that was one of the things I wanted to do this week too, is just do some like weird panels of like buildings or landscapes or whatever, and then sort of try that method and see if I can reverse engineer a quick version of it that I can do for that. Because it's like if I can bang those out really quick in watercolor or gouache or whatever, and just do that like really cool color blocking where it's like I have my midground, my foreground, and my background all established very nicely, and I'm just going to break it apart with these cool color schemes. Then it's just like splatter in the colors that I like, do these nice washes to separate it all, and just make sure I'm drawing the eye to the right things.
No, it's rad.
I already love the look of this guy too. I overdid it with the Posca a bit, but whatever.
Oh, I see you're itchy tonight, Kevin.
So itchy.
Welcome, Ryan.
Hello, Spencer. Hello, Mike Crotch.
And Ryan's awesome piece from last night.
I'm
that was
working on digitizing it.
That was the prompt, was Cyclops?
Yeah, that was why I finally added you to the group. I thought for some reason you were already in it and you were just like never talking. And then I was like, I forgot to say anything to Kevin Tuesday night.
Yeah,
and
no
I was like, fuck it, I'm adding him to the group. I just realized he's not in here. So that's literally like the one Rob put together. That's for
oh, okay, gotcha.
Or someone put it together. I don't know who put it together, but it's just like everybody that does the drawstrings on Rob's channel. And this was the first sketch I did for this little comic project on Rob's stream last night. So that guy's
yay
in the little back folder here. Excited to do a lot of those gross motherfuckers. That'll be fun. Again, sort of the same idea too, but I did it in reverse, so I need to do those like shadow spotting and stuff like that, and then do the washes. But it's kind of the same idea where like I did the eyes in yellow, and then everything else was in like shades of pink, and I did the slime in yellow too. It's like just breaking up sections like you're flatting a comic helps out a shitload.
Ryan, you said you're digitizing that. So are you like re-inking it digitally, or?
Probably. I'm gonna mess with the composition a little because when you do these things in a burst, you're like, okay, this works for my hour-long pencils, but if I'm going to take it further, you start to be like, okay, I want to adjust here and,
Yeah.
like just refocus the composition a little and maneuver a few pieces here and there. So, yeah, I was going to print it up and do that, but I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just do it digitally, whatever.
Yeah. No,
Try
I feel
not
like,
to care either way these days,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I feel like that's it's like fun is because it doesn't normally, I feel like, take super long. I mean, you can get really in depth with doing it digitally, but I feel like because that stuff is, digital and not physical, it's much easier to mess around with it. And that'll be cool though.
Yeah, because a piece like this, I really just want to like, move this rock. Or this rock's calling too much attention to itself. Let's fix that and let's adjust. It's mostly just adjusting, like nudging.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
yeah.
in pencils, I would normally not mind taking the half hour, 20 minutes to do that, but it'll literally take 5 minutes digitally.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Totally.
yeah, okay, because I got the energy I want from drawing it originally in my book, so then I'm gonna pull off that energy. I'm gonna just suck from that energy.
I like the energy sucking that you're talking about here.
Big old
That's what I do.
energy suck.
I see energy, I suck it. And then I'm gonna paint it. First I suck it, then I paint it.
That's kind of my thing. Is I suck it, then I paint it. I don't know if you've heard of that before.
It's pretty new.
Yeah, it's like a new thing that I do. Most people, you think you paint it and then you suck it, but no.
Those guys are amateurs.
Yeah.
That's old school. I'm a new fool.
But yeah, that was definitely something I hadn't tried until a little bit like recently, where I just took like an old sketch, like out of like a really old sketchbook, and then was just like, oh yeah, I could just snap a picture of this and like you're saying, just kind of nudge things over, move this arm a little bit, and I'm like, oh, this is really easy and really fun.
Yeah, I feel like it's. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like it seems like such a like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you should just already have that in mind, but me, I'm just dumb, and I'm slowly like realizing, oh yeah, I can like totally utilize this iPad to do cool stuff.
Yeah, because I always looked at, I was always afraid of like digital being my crutch or something. Like, I don't want to depend on anything. And then, I don't know, I got to say, like 4 years ago when it finally started catching up to paper a little bit, and it started looking like you could do natural work with it. I was like, okay, so I'll try this. I'll stop being such a digital snob or whatever, anti-digital snob, and I'll try it out. And then, like you said, it's the little things like that where you're like, I don't have to take an hour to nudge something over.
Yeah,
just do this, and like I'm not selling out in any way as an artist or anything,
No.
Because you got to even think like the first guys that used tubed paint. There were people that were like, "Oh, you bought tubed paint?
Yeah,
you didn't make your own," and that was like a big, like, "Oh, you're not a real artist if you don't have a poor person grinding up your paint for you as an apprentice." But you have to adapt to the tools, and sometimes I don't know. I was so anti-digital, like I was a jerk about it. People were like, I digitally ink. I'm like, you're an idiot then.
I was just like,
fuck right off.
Yeah.
I wish I had a knife right now. Like, whoa, what the hell?
Well, I'm a murderer.
You mean you're not a strangler?
A traditional murderer.
Yeah, I'm a traditional murderer. I've never stabbed anyone with a digi knife.
I think like I
wouldn't download a car.
Shut up. Go on, Kevin.
I was very like not necessarily anti-digital, like I was, but for the most part it was mostly because like the only times I'd ever used it was like the Wacom tablets. So it's like looking at the screen, but you're drawing like on a full black, and it felt so like weird and gross to me that I was like, I hate this. Fuck all this. And then I'd seen like the really expensive ones where you draw on the screen and stuff like that. But even then, I was just like, why would I go out and buy one of those? And I probably would barely use it. But it was a buddy that actually let me use his iPad and was like, check out this like fucking program, Procreate. And I was like, whoa, this is dope. So I feel like I learned something new pretty much every time I use it, which I think is how it should be. And it's just so damn easy to use.
It's the most intuitive thing I've ever used. Digitally, electronically, Procreate is the most intuitive thing I've ever used.
I was talking to a buddy, and he like made this little it's for like a stream of his, but he made like a little like screen where it says like loading, and his character kind of like walks across the screen, and he was like, I fucking made a GIF in was like Pixel Creator or whatever. He's like, I made a GIF of like my character walking, and then I just took it into Procreate, into the animation part of it, and he was like, yeah, Procreate automatically separates GIFs into frames. And I was like, whoa. What? And he was like, yeah, I just found that out. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. But yeah, I was like, that's, again, like you're saying, just so easy and so intuitive that it's like, oh yeah, you probably want to like animate this GIF, so I'll just separate it for you.
Even their 2D animation part of the program, I didn't have to look up anything. Like, granted, I've taken classes a few times when I was young, so I knew a little bit about it, but I didn't know how to do it on Procreate. I didn't know how to use the tools.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 minutes into it, I'm like, okay, I think I got this. And then I went to check out a tutorial, and I was like, okay, I had figured it out. I was right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's pretty much
Thanks,
everything
Procreate.
I knew. Right?
Yeah. It's like, which to me, that's not a brag on me. That's a brag on Procreate. Where they're like, here, you can, even a dummy like Ryan can figure this out.
Even a modern day genius like Ryan could figure it out.
I love that there's sarcasm to the tone, modern day genius.
Take that as you will.
2020 style genius, Ryan Wynn.
You know, those 2020 style geniuses.
The bar has been lowered.
Exactly.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that all I have to do to declare it is say it on Twitter, and then that's what I am.
Yeah, a little bit different than those 2019 geniuses.
We all know how those went.
From 2016 on, they all suck.
It's just going downhill.
And here we are.
The Mensa
at the
crowd,
bottom,
really.
waiting for them.
Yeah. Can we have like a reverse Mensa or like an anti-Mensa club type thing?
Densa club.
Densa. Oh, that's good.
For only the densest people.
Yeah.
I think I got rid of all my animation on here. Oh, I got my surfer. This is fun. This is a project I'm spending a lot of time on.
It's easy to do. That looks fucking rad, dude.
Let me get the gunk off it. There we go. So this is my character, Rip Rider. He's a surfer from the future.
Nice.
So I'm just, it's taking so long. This is seriously like, it's maybe 4 seconds of animation, and it's taking me so long to do. Like just the water, like the stuff going up the face of the wave.
Yeah.
It takes so long, but it
looks really good though. Like that looks awesome.
I absolutely love it. It's my new favorite thing is animation. If I could just sit and do anything, it would be that.
Dude, I feel you. I have, I think, like 2 projects going, and it's taken me forever. But I was like, oh yeah, I'll just like rotoscope myself, and then I have a video of my friend like chopping wood in the nude.
Oh yeah.
No, but he's like chopping wood, and I was like, yeah, like rotoscope these, and I was like, oh my god, this is so time consuming. But it's really fun. Like I feel like you really hit that like just kind of. You're not focusing on anything except for your work. You're in the zone, basically. I feel like anytime I do that rotoscoping stuff, I'm just like, I don't care about anything else except for what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's super cool.
That's what's cool about inking, like that process in general, is just the whole tracing process. Once you got all the brain work out of the way, and you're just like, sweet, I'm just making lines and shapes, and
yeah, I'm just
like
on
you can
cruise
get like
control right
highway
now.
hypnosis from you get highway
totally.
hypnosis from it, and you're like, whoa, it's been 2 hours, whoa.
Yeah.
Totally, huh, Spencer?
Yeah. I mean, it's been an hour and a half, and I was like, I'm going to ink for 20 minutes. So I get it.
Yeah, it fucking happens. That's rad.
It's just the tail end of that one. Let's slow it down. And that's what's cool too. You're like, oh, let's take it down to 9 frames per second.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Didn't they just add a bunch of new features too?
In a second. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they did. I haven't gone through everything yet, but it's one of the few times that so far anything I've come across was kind of cool with the changes. Like now you can, when you import an image and it throws the transition box around it so you can change the shape of it or whatever, like when you drop in an image. Well, now you can move your canvas size without adjusting that image. And that's huge.
That's amazing.
Huge.
Yeah, I would get so pissed off at that.
Yeah. So yeah, now it's like, as I think if like, say there was a center square here that I just dropped in. If I'm outside of it, I can do this to the image. If I'm inside what I just dropped in, then it changes the size while it's highlighted. So that's perfect to me. That works great.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, so it's little things like that that I love. But
that was the big thing too with the animation early on. It was like there was little things that fucking absolutely drove me nuts, and I was like, this needs some work before I go doing a deep dive on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good now. They got the onion skinning worked out. They have a blend primary frames, which is pretty cool, and color secondary frames, so you can see it basically colors the one behind you green, or the one behind you red, and the one ahead of you green. So you're just always centered on yours. It's the local color. So that's kind of handy, especially when you start getting into like tons of elements in your piece, of like overlapping animation and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's great. I'm gonna actually try to do an episode with John Celestri, an animation episode where he kind of teaches us the basics, but I do it on here and he does it digital or traditionally, and I think that would be really fun. Plus, I haven't talked to John in a while, so that'd be cool to do.
Yeah.
He's so cool, and
cool as hell that he's part of the community too. Like, sorry,
and he's that unassuming. No, he's that unassuming cool. You're like, oh, hey, who's this cool older guy? And you're like, oh, he's only animated all the things you ever loved, and was Boba Fett's first and only animator. You're like, oh, no way! And he's talking to us.
Right. Does this guy know who we are?
Yeah, it was so funny. He had Derek Robertson on his show, and he's a fan of Derek's. So he was interviewing Derek, and like halfway through, Derek was like, so can I ask you some questions about the Star Wars Holiday Special? And then the rest of the episode is him interviewing John, like totally switched into this like fanboy mode. And like, he didn't even talk about the boys or anything. This was when the first series came out. So he was kind of going to be promoting it. And he didn't talk about it at all. He just asked John questions the whole time.
That's amazing.
We could have John on here and shock him.
Oh my God, right?
No, that's another thing. He is unassuming because he used to do underground comics too. So like, he used to hang out with scumbags like us. Yeah. He's just really good at classing it up for the public, you know?
Right. Oh, you could see it in his mustache. He used to get down. The real ones know.
Oh, dude, his pictures from the 70s, like back when they were doing what was the
acid
rock and roll? yeah, basically. The rock and oh my God, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on it.
I know what you're talking about.
Rock and Ruin. Yeah, but the pictures of all of them, you're like, oh, they all did coke right before this picture. They were all like, you can just see it. You're like, oh.
3 of them holding their noses, like
You could just see the sleaze dripping off of them.
oh yeah.
The other
were
funny
the
thing
days.
was that he pointed out the animation studio that he was at the time was just like how crazy diverse it was. Like he's like, people are always telling me that like it was always white men. And he's like, look at this picture of us, and it was seriously like, I don't know, it was just a crazy mix of colors and genders and everything.
It was all Asians.
So many.
Yeah, it's animation.
So many. Oh.
Very many of us. We all love animation. Oh God, we're canceled.
That was weird that Rob Geronimo popped in to do those voices really quick.
God damn it.
Our safeguard. I'm hiding behind Peter Sametti on this one.
Oh man, I'm not going to blame the boss. That's.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just using him as a human shield.
True. No blame has been applied.
Yeah. 1%ers of the comics world. Yeah. We're the guys who haven't shit our pants while we're being choked out. Little color Padrino.
That's awesome.
We're getting there. We're getting little sketches done. I'll have this page all filled up in like a day or so. Hopefully tomorrow if I get some actual fucking free time. Yeah, fun stuff.
Look how fast I work with Procreate, you guys.
Just waving your pencil.
Oh, look at this. Look at it, man. I'm like, whoa,
dude.
So fast.
You need to teach me that trick.
The sensitivity,
digital work.
The sensitivity on your iPad is turned up so high.
He doesn't tell you, though. It makes your nose and your ears bleed.
You hear a constant ringing in your ears.
I'm slowly turning inside out.
That's why
I traded my soul for this.
That's why you have to work so fast.
It's like one of those old draw plates when you were... What the fuck were those called? They had like G.I. Joe and shit. Do you know what I'm talking about? They were plastic plates. You put a piece of paper on it and like scribbled with a colored pencil.
I think you're
over
having like some sort of aneurysm or something.
Oh my God. Fuck you.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember what
Did you inject air in your brain for dinner tonight?
Yeah, nice. I had a nice needle full of air.
No, I do know what you're talking about. What were those things called, though? Color plates? Was that it?
Yeah, what the fuck? Does anybody in chat remember what those were called? I mean, my little brother went ape shit for them when we were kids. I just remember I had some G.I. Joe ones.
Yeah, because it's like an embossed thing. You put the piece of paper over it and then just scribble back and forth, and the image reveals itself, right?
Yeah, and you were supposed to then like color them in, basically. Like you were supposed to do them with pencil. Like you scribbled over it with regular pencil, and then you would erase all the over scribble that you did, just leaving like the line work of the embossing, and then color it in. But like as kids, we were just like, take a bunch of fucking colored pencils and make it like a blur of color. And then you're like,
that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work when you could just learn to draw as a child and enjoy yourself. That'd be simple. That'd be easy. Yeah, you guys know what you're doing for your comics now? I know you said you shifted yours a little bit, Kevin.
Yeah, I shifted again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the whole thing, and then I'm going to make these like plastic plates that I then put underneath paper and then scribble with pencil over it, and then kind of erase all the over scribble. No, I'm joking. I was also going to ask, you're doing yours traditionally, right?
Yeah.
Ryan, are you doing yours traditionally, or?
I think I might do digital.
See, I didn't know if there was like a rule that we couldn't do digital or something, because
no,
I definitely wanted to do mine digital.
Because I think I'm going to do my usual, like I draw things in my sketchbook and then take a snapshot of it and kind of use that as my underdrawing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
That's how I tend to do most of my work. or not most of it. If I'd finish it digitally, that's how I start it.
Okay, I feel you. But yeah, so shifted mine again because it was like a older character that I had that I was like, I think this one will be fun. I'll have like much more fun with this. The Hellspace Cop one would have been fun, but I was like, I genuinely have no idea where I want that story to go.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's going to be harder to be like, crank out a story, basically.
Exactly. That's what I was like trying to explain to everybody. I was like, you got to just sort of like think of a character in an isolated situation and go for it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people were like, oh no, I'm just going to do the first issue of this one idea that I want to get to. And I'm like, no, just do a fun freestyle story. Yeah. Like you don't want to do something you're planning on like legitimately doing down the road, unless this is just going to be like a draft of it, I guess. But even that just feels like do something where you know you're doing it as a 24-hour comic.
Yeah, because I was thinking of doing something with my Rip Rider character, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do like the first chapter, the first issue. And I was like, no, this needs to be a self-contained thing. It could still be about him, but it'd have to be something like, I'll just make a side story of it, you know, some different point of time in his life. And then I ended up going back to my Wild Boys idea. I think there's something there that's drawing me back, and I think I need to get that story out of me. I think I need to draw Steve-O and Party Boy running through the jungle.
Okay, so I'm realizing these boards are just folded in. All right. That's it.
You are tripping out, man.
Okay. Well, no, the texture changes every other one. The backside of the, like I was saying the other night, one side's smooth, one side's got some tooth to it. But this first sheet is literally these two pages are one whole sheet that's just sewn in, like these two together. So it's just one sheet folded in half right now. So these two sides right here are the smooth side. That side and that side that I've been drawing on are the textured side. But then it changes because of the pattern of the signatures in here. So it's like toothy, smooth, tooth.
That's like the one thing that I didn't like about like Moleskine and stuff is I would always like that center page where they're sewn together. I would always lose those.
Yeah, no, Moleskines tend to come apart pretty quickly. And I don't know how these will hold up either. I might just have to cut these all out. And, you know, frame them or whatever. But who cares?
I always feel like with Moleskines, I can't draw on them. They feel like there's too much pressure. Like it's like every page in here better be really good. Where like in my sketchbook, I don't feel that way. I'm just like, draw.
I think a lot of it, like for me at least, is like the size. The size throws me off. But I get that feeling, right? Where you're like, oh, I got to do something cool. I can't just like sketch something dumb in this. And I think maybe it's because you have so like little room. You're like, it better be one good sketch.
That's really funny because those are literally supposed to just be like throwaway notebooks. Like I've been using those notebooks since like my freshman year of high school because my graphic design teacher was a nut for Moleskine since like the 60s. Has always loved Moleskines and uses them for everything, and we were always taught that was like a scratch pad to like put all your bullshit in there. Like
I still have one, and I think I've had it since I worked at Target. But I mean, like that's I think when I really got comfortable using it because it was like half the time I was like standing when I was drawing with it and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of really dumb shit in that one, but.
I do think it's funny because Kevin and I are pretty fearless artists. So you'd think that wouldn't matter, but it's funny that both of us have the same kind of feeling of the Moleskine. I'm like, I don't know about that thing. I don't know.
Yeah. it's funny though because I was gonna say I got one. It's not a Moleskine, but it was like I think this like French company. I don't remember exactly what it was. I just kind of ordered it on a whim. I think it was like on a website that was like I was ordering pens, and they were like, you know, spend over $50. You know, you can get
we'll kiss you on the mouth.
Or whatever. Yeah, you get a free kiss on the mouth. But so I ordered like a little sketchbook, and it's actually like it's a horizontal layout as opposed to a vertical layout. That one I felt really comfortable with for some reason. Don't know why. But yeah, moleskins just throw me off.
Okay, tooth, smooth, tooth. Okay, tooth, smooth, smooth, tooth, tooth, smooth, smooth, tooth, tooth, smooth, mouth, scooch, tooth, scooch, tooth. Oh, all right. I definitely just had a stroke.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've always been a nib inker.
You ink with your nubs.
Right. I don't know if he was making a joke or meant to say nib. But want to try multi-liners. Is comic better than microns? I have.
Copic? Maybe is he meaning is Copic better than microns?
Copic. I was just about to say I have one of them right here, a multi-liner. Don't do like fucking Ethan where he throws them out, because we just had to demo this the other day. They're refillable. This one I would draw with it right now, but it's completely tapped. The nib, it's that easy to pull out and that easy to replace. And then the ink cartridge right here. Method. Yeah, again, there's a little
Spencer's pull-out game is strong.
And here you grab, and the ink cartridge is right there, gigantic. This is basically just a nice aluminum tube with that that little pen nipple on the end.
Pull it out, drop a load of ink in there, and you're set to go.
Yeah, you fill her up with a nice load and put a new nib in her. She's ready to ride.
Just be careful that nib is really sensitive when it's fresh.
Yeah, this one too. This is the what? Yeah, the 0.1. So this is like really fine point. I don't even think any like actual inker would use that on a full size board, because that would like probably barely show up once you shrink the fucking page down. I don't know if this will even pull a line right now. Yeah, this one's that tapped. The like nib is split in half. But yeah, I would say, what is it, like the point? I'm trying to think, because I don't have any microns on hand to compare it to. Archive ink in the Copic. I know it's waterproof. I need to look that up. I don't exactly remember. I think it is, though. Let me check for you real quick, Jimmy. Because I think most of Copic stuff is archival.
It should be. Oh, no, I don't know. Because...
Are there markers not?
I'm not sure.
I don't. Nothing is marked.
They would be if they were.
There's no information.
Okay,
on
then
it.
They're not. I thought the microliner was, though, or you might be able to get. Let's see here.
Used to have to know all that stuff off the top of my head when I worked at an art store.
Right.
I thought it was stuff I would like remember forever. And now someone's like, "What's the difference between hot and cold pressed paper?" I'm like, "I don't know. The word's hot and cold."
Ink is waterproof, pigment based. I like that it says water and Copic proof. Like, don't worry, our markers won't fuck this up. God damn, man. They're really, I'm going to say it's probably not, because they're really fucking dancing around describing these things at all.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, that just, it sounded like a mic hang up or something.
Yeah, something cut out. Yeah, I'm trying to. There doesn't even seem to be an answer for it anywhere. Q&A. Frequently asked questions about this product. No questions. Sick.
For what Jimmy's doing, though, I think he would really like the multi-liners. I think he'd like they have a good bounce to them compared to the Micron or even the Pit pens. I like the Pit pens too, but there's just something a little extra, I feel, with the Copic ones.
I like the feel of them too, just like the weight and everything. Like it's like a nice lightweight pen. Yeah, the refills are super inexpensive. Like that's what I'm like, is it archival?
Can you refill them yourself or?
Yeah. Peen. That's what I was showing you.
I just thought you were
He
showing us,
wasn't
cool
listening.
parts. No, I
Yeah.
was. I just didn't hear that part. I thought
Yeah.
you meant that you can get the refills for them or whatever.
That's an ink refill right there. It's literally like the entirety of the pen is the ink refill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we would love to get Jimmy on here. I'm planning on doing traditional art again and want to do a charrette style again. You need a writer? Were you watching last night?
I know, seriously.
Yeah, right. Get out of my mind.
No, because Spencer, you should send me a link to. Sorry if my mic's too loud. You should send me a link to those pens.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. You can get. I think they're actually fairly cheap on Amazon right now, and I know Jet Pens has them.
Okay,
for sure.
I've been using.
No, support Bezos. Support Bezos, like the Italian song said.
Yeah. Love Bezos, and then crump on the floor. Yeah, it's the multi-liner SP.
Okay. I've been using Tombow pens, but it's because it's like pretty much what like a local art store has. But I also don't use the liners much anymore. I've just been all about the really stiff Japanese like brush pens.
It's crazy. That's like how you were talking about the Molotov white one is like the art store I go to out here to get like all my shit has never steered me wrong. Like every time they've recommended me on something, I genuinely like love it, and it's like exactly what I was looking for or like what I had asked them about. And like that's how I found out about the multi-liner and all that. But like all the stuff you're using is like the second thing they recommended to me. Like if you don't like this, get this. But yeah, man, definitely.
I like usually just straight up grab random shit.
Yeah,
and then forget which one I like.
That's what I was saying to you earlier today too about like the sketch covers. Is I have never been picky. I think that's just something from like my childhood. Like I would draw on napkins in restaurants and shit like that. Like I just genuinely enjoy drawing, and that's a big part. Like all my uncles and aunts and stuff all sketched. I only have one aunt that was like a legitimate like professional artist for her life. We talked about her the other night a little bit. She's the one I've told you did the Cabbage Patch Kid stuff and all that.
Okay.
I have her portfolio packed away, but I think that'd be cool one night. I have some of the slides from her Cabbage Patch work, and she worked on that movie War Games, and then the game for the movie tie-in and a bunch of other shit.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, that's like always been a thing in my family. Like all my uncles and my dad even have like stacks of sketchbooks just like throughout their life. It's like weird, but it's always been a thing. And I think just like it's part of our family. We all sort of enjoy drawing and music, even if it doesn't end up being the backbones of our existence.
Yeah.
Do you support Slav life? Yeah, man. I was gonna make a joke and say all lives. All Slav lives.
Slav lives matters.
Yeah. That would probably make us blow up over in like the Slavic scene. They probably dig that.
People in tracksuits love us.
Yeah, we're what is it, Jopniks or whatever. We have a fucking look at our YouTube analytics. Men, women, Jopniks.
Me and Gabby were talking about Christmas the other day, and then I was just like, you know what you can get me? And she's like, what? Like, because I usually tell her really dumb stuff, but I was like, just a full Adidas tracksuit. But I really want one that's like fitted, you know? But I was like, I don't want to go in for a fitting, so maybe just like measure me while I'm asleep. Because I don't want to take the time out of my day to do that, you know?
Hell yeah.
That just seems weird.
I like how I don't want to go in for a fitting, but I also don't want to be awake if she takes my measurement. Like there was a little jump there in the event.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so you just measure at home? Oh, but you have to be asleep. Okay, this is getting interesting.
I don't want to be
and more challenging for Gabby.
Yeah, because I kick a lot in my sleep.
She's like, I can't wake him up because then I have to switch gifts. He'll know what I'm getting him if he wakes up and I'm measuring him.
I got somebody asking about the white pen right now on Twitter, so I'm just taking a picture of it real quick. Woo! Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Clean.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Why have I not been invited, Death Curse? Oh, Jimmy, we can get you on here, man. There was I mean, we've only been streaming like 2 months now, if that. But there was a time where we were like, we need to figure this shit out for ourselves, and also whilst doing that, we're actively like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we're still figuring everything out. Like, we just had our first guest on Monday night with Adam Lawson. We might have another one this weekend. But yeah, Jimmy. What?
Second guest. Rob Geronimo's the first guest.
Rob isn't like a guest though. Rob's just one of the dudes.
Never mind then. Okay.
Yeah, one of the boys.
Rob's one of the boys, man.
Okay. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, cool. You forgot you had Rob on.
Yeah, you come in as a guest, and then you're just one of the boys. Like, I didn't even think of Rob as a guest. Like, Rob's just one of the Alterna dudes.
He's got the matching Letterman jacket.
Yeah,
he's just one of the guys.
He knows the secret handshake. Guys being dudes.
Yeah.
Just guys being played.
Guys being dudes. Oh, dude, I pulled the clip. Like, that is going into the next opening. Like, the opening, the outro. It's gonna be stupid. Yeah.
As I expect.
That's the best. It makes me laugh like an idiot every time I see it. It just randomly pops up on Twitter all the time. It's great. It's a magical dude. What's better than this?
Just guys being dudes.
Yeah, Jimmy, love your stuff, man. My YouTube name used to be Rooster Puncher, and it still is Rooster Puncher over on Twitter. But yeah, I've been watching your channel for a while, dude. We would love to have you on over here. And I know my editor Kayla, I'm sure, will get on and yell at you about dragons and everything else, because she's a fantasy nut too, and I know she's been retweeting you guys a shitload.
She'll be like, "Where do you park the dragon?" Just to get you ready. That's what it'll be like.
I was gonna try to do my best impression, but realized I couldn't do one. But it would be along the lines of her asking if you feed the dragon Slim Jims and Fireball.
It's that Alterna cabal, so Rob don't count. Yeah, right. Rob's not a guest. He's like family. I claim my mom's Cossack Slav blood. Head into bed. Have a good night, everyone. Take it easy, Jimmy. Thanks for stopping by, man. Jimmy. We'll talk. We'll talk on Twitter. I'll hit you up, man. Yeah, Kayla's great. We'll definitely talk though. We'll get you on here real soon. Hang out. Do you guys send dragons in the mail? Yeah, we're getting there. We're just figuring out the logistics, guys. Everybody gets a dragon egg.
You get a dragon egg. You get a dragon egg.
It was like them internal tattoos, Kevin.
Oh yeah, dude. At one point, I definitely did say interior tattoos, and that made me laugh even harder because I was like, that makes no sense.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I'm getting a skull and crossbones on my liver.
Yeah.
That was so funny. And your buddy is just like, fuck it. Yeah, I promise it's in there. Like,
that'll be $800, please.
Oh, I missed the riff on this. Never mind.
Dude, guys. No, it was on Kevin's buddy's channel earlier. I just jumped in randomly and started saying wacky shit, and like he wouldn't read it for like 5 minutes, so it would come up like way later. But at some point, he made mention of wanting just the word "the" tattooed on his butthole, and I worked in a tattoo shop for years, so I was like, you really got to spread that flesh out to tattoo it properly. And he read that off. And Kevin was just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to spread your butthole. He's like, but won't it get on the inside? And I was just like, oh man, fucking what was it? Now all I can think of is interior tattoos.
Internal tattoos.
Yeah, internal tattoos. Jesus. Yeah, I
this
said
might
that.
Tickle a little.
I said that in the chat, and your buddy read that out loud and just immediately started giggling, and then just ran with it. And I was like, "My work here is done."
And then, like, for pretty much the rest of the night, I just kept talking about how I was gonna have to spread people's buttholes open. But then I just, they would compliment me on how gentle I was.
That was the match too, where you guys got up to like third place and you finally died, and you were like, sorry, I was still thinking about internal tattoos. Yep. And like, you didn't laugh or anything, just deadpan said that, and I like started screaming laughing in the apartment. Beth is like, what are you doing?
At first I was scared and disgusted, but his touch was so gentle.
Yeah. He was so gentle with me.
I
asked for more.
A tattoo around the butthole wasn't enough. We had to figure out a way to tattoo inside of buttholes.
Ryan, I feel like we're gonna write a romance novel together.
Yes.
I feel like we already started. I mean, I feel something.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of weird.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
God damn it.
Oh yeah. What is up, Colin? I just got your other picture too. I think I am out on drawing again tonight. Today was just a weird day. I'm trying to finish up this last section of City of Rot for Jeff. Get it out. Yeah, I was distracted by Beth being home for most of the day, which is an unusual case. So I spent some time with her. Nice. I saw a stripper with an orchid downstairs. I was impressed how the artist incorporated physical structures.
He's talking beef curtains.
Yeah, it just clicked with me. It's like, it does not sound like it'd work well. That's just amazing. What a classy girl.
He's talking about a handful of Slim Jims down there.
Yeah,
right. I think the best way I've ever heard Julian was the one that he was like, it was like someone just took a little chewed up piece of bubble gum and just set it right on there. And I was like, God damn it, Julian.
My God.
Just set it right on there. That's the thing that makes it work.
Dude, I feel like we need to get him on for one of these sometime, because I feel like half of the crowd won't even know if he's joking.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I think that's my favorite thing about him. The drunker I get throughout the night playing with you dudes, I'm like, I've slipped out of reality.
Oh, dude, the other day it was me, him, and Jeff. And I think we were playing Apex, but like at one point, like I was like choking like on the ground because I was just like laughing too hard. But it just turned into, as it always does, making fun of Jeff. And then Julian immediately, like, the joke they were making was it was a game called Cyber Jeff 2077.
Oh my God.
Where you get to control Jeff in the future. But then Julian immediately photoshopped it. And then also made his gun like fucking like 10 feet long. It was a really dumb joke, and it's one of those, I guess you had to be there type things, but like it was fucking the stupidest shit.
I'm gonna be a chick with a monster penis. I'm gonna just have a big dick and like an uncomfortably large dick that you see in every cutscene. They said there's nudity in the game, so I'm hoping I can just walk around with my hog out.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much going to be like 99% of the footage of that game is idiots like me walking around with their tits and hog out.
Oh yeah, if they're like, if you can do half the shit, I think they actually say it's going to be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's going to be cesspool stupid.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
But you can't date Keanu in it, and everyone was really upset about that.
Yeah, you can't date the memory of a techno terrorist that's trapped in your head.
Well,
My
of course
boyfriend's just a memory. Or maybe I'll just do like huge balls and a little micro dick.
just the biggest balls.
Yeah. Like balls like a door knocker and just like a button for a penis.
I like how in your version of this game there is not only a penis slider but a balls slider as well.
That's what they said. There's an early thing with the character development, and there's adjustment sliders for your penis.
Jesus.
See, it's there. There's
So pixelated.
You really gotta zoom in to see the penis part.
The game's in HD.
Sorry.
A lot of people date a figment of their imagination.
And let's ground it.
I was going to say, what angle are we looking at this at?
Yeah, let's ground it.
Yeah.
You gotta put some legs around it.
No.
You can just use my Doctor Strange trick for legs.
He's hanging out at the beach.
He's just a balls and dick.
There's a guy behind.
Or is I was gonna say, or is enormous balls and the guy's hidden behind all of it, just falling off of it. Oh my god!
The stupidest thing I've ever drawn.
Yeah, this is my character in Cyberpunk 2077. Guys, be sure to catch my stream at launch night.
Spencer,
I'm gonna sign it.
Wish you were here. Soaking up some rays.
What am I doing? I'm screenshotting this before I get rid of it. There we go.
This belongs in a museum. Big Sack, that's my rap name.
Fucking Ultra Sack.
Oh no, I'd have to be like Little Girth or something.
No, they call it like
Little
Stack, because it's like a play on what's actually going on.
Little Stack.
Dude,
Cyber Sack 2077. Put the implants in my balls.
So would be,
oh my god. Okay, quote me on it right now. When we play Cyberpunk 2077, if you can do any sort of genital modding, we're doing all of it, boys.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna pimp my dick. It
How
looks
large
like
can you make by
Colossus.
Sack? Yeah, dude, that's definitely Colossus balls.
That's that titanium scrote. Titanium alloy scrote.
Anyone just coming into the stream right now is like, what the fuck is going on?
Nothing's getting through this coin
it's
purse.
Not weird. Look, it's a Siamese cockroach, you guys.
Tungsten threaded cubes. You got some really badass cyborg guy giving you the whole sales pitch.
Yeah.
Tungsten pubes. We're talking top of the line synthetic semen.
It's like a Brillo pad down there. Steel wool.
Temperature controlled.
These things will never stick to your thigh.
Warm in the winter, cool in the summer. These nuts ride. I literally just came in. We're doing a sales pitch for Cyberpunk 2077. What's up, Ashton Jackal?
I'm glad he finished that sentence with "in."
I just came.
Yeah, I literally just came.
Predictive movement, so you'll never sit on these puppies.
Oh my god. Available in 4 sizes.
Yeah.
You'll never have that sitting on gum feel again.
A little sensor that can tell if your fly's down. So they go into a cloaking mode.
So I just see the shaft of your dick.
Well, yeah, you didn't get the cloak upgrade on your dick. You got it on your balls only.
You couldn't afford both. Still saving up for the shaft implant.
Yeah. That's all you do in Cyberpunk is you just grind to get genital modifications.
Well, yeah, if genital modifications are available, I'm a man of my word, and I just said I'm going to buy them all, so that's probably what my playthrough is going to be, I guess.
Look, I have 2,000 credits. How long can you make my nipples?
Woke up and I don't like my penis today. What can we do with it?
How many knuckles can you add to my nipples?
Can we put some spikes on my balls? Just that's when you're running out of modifications to do to it. What else?
Yeah. What else could I do to my penis?
Just hit it with a stick or something.
Is that Spencer?
More knuckles.
Yeah. Can you make the knuckles bend backwards?
Look, these knuckles have knuckles.
Oh, you got the knuckles.
They end up looking like boils at one
You
point.
can get those sword arms. What if I can put a sword in my penis?
Yeah. Can I get a no. It's your penis, but then like your penis is the handle, and then going like in you is the sheath. So it's literally like a dick knife.
I asked if they could put a sword in my penis, but here's the real trick. Here's my sword. But if I hit this button, it's my penis.
Exactly, Ryan. Thank you.
It's a sword hilt, but my penis.
But
my
they
favorite.
can't reach it.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say my favorite part is the really short arms.
My penis is a sword. I got plenty of knuckles, but no elbows.
They had to take my elbow flesh and put it into my penis sword flesh.
There's a give and a take with everything. And I don't have enough for all the implants I want.
That's 2027 for you.
He's live streaming.
Two dicks, secret mod.
This is the greatest thing I've ever drawn.
This is how you get the generous lover achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Excaladic. Go ahead, girl. Pull it from my stones.
You're worthy.
Trust me, it's worth the girth. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to talk tomorrow.
From doing your raspy 2027 voice. Why does everyone sound like that in the future?
Yeah. Cigarettes.
Genital modifications.
The government makes us all smoke and we mutilate our dicks.
This is getting a screenshot for
that's 2027 for you. God damn it, dude.
We're all Batman.
Even the girls. Yeah, I can't wait to be like a smoking hot chick with just a monster hog. And I hope you can like walk around with your dick out and like people in the universe are like, whoa, that's a monster hog.
Yeah. Do you mind if I take a selfie with that thing?
Yeah. God damn. That thing got its own bank account.
Well, that was like Jimmy. If Jimmy Reyes is there, he's. Oh, go ahead. You got a joke. Say it.
How many credits for a picture with that bad boy?
The side quest.
Jimmy Reyes has a picture of him with Kevin Griveau, or however you say his name.
Yeah.
And Jimmy is here, and he stood up from his desk. And I'm not making fun of Jimmy. This is Jimmy's story that he's told. So Jimmy stands up. Here's Jimmy in his hat.
And Kevin's monster hogs in his eyes.
This is like Kevin's hand, and Kevin's shirt ends here. His belt is here, and this is the picture of Jimmy with Kevin. It's like he's right at Kevin's crotch, and it's so funny because the guy's just huge, and Jimmy thought it would be funny, so he kind of just did that, like half leaned over, and then Kevin stood up all the way, and they were just like that. You can see the little shadow of his hog there.
That's 2077, baby.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh man. Yeah, CD Projekt Red, hit us up. Dude, fucking Kevin, you weren't on with us Monday night. Adam Lawson did the TV spots for 2077.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like telling us about working with Keanu Reeves and shit. We were all like, what the fuck, dude? The more we talked to him, the more he was like, and I worked on this cool shit you guys like, and this cool shit you guys like. We're all just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What?
Yeah. And we got to Cyberpunk 2077. He actually let us pull up the commercial and everything. He was like, yeah, pull it up. Showed us the exact one. And CD Projekt Red didn't strike us or anything. It's like, I love that fucking company, dude. They're just the best developer. It's like, that's why when all that shit came out about them treating people badly because they had to crunch, I was like, fuck all of these idiots. This is the only place where I don't care about hearing your crunch. You're literally working at the coolest fucking game dev in the world. And then you find out their crunch was working like 50 hours a week instead of 40. And they all got like an extra 80 grand for working on the fucking game.
Damn.
Yeah, they hit some deadline quota and they all got some insane fucking bonus for closing out the game because it's like sort of like employee owned. Like CD Projekt Red is one of the best, but it was like a couple employees left and complained about the like work ethic, and like everybody else there was like, no, you join knowing that like it's hard work and that everybody's gonna be working your ass off, but you also know you're making like the best fucking games in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like some one of the reviewers who played the game said he's like fucking something like 250 hours in, and he's not even through 5% of the story.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. And he's like actively doing side missions and exploring and shit. Like there's a bunch of people complaining that they don't want the game to be that long, and I'm like, no, I'm cool with that. Like,
yeah, that's totally fine.
I would love a story-driven game where I just enjoy the mechanics and I can jump in and find like a new little world to. That's like actual finally a role-playing game where you don't need like a server of like hundreds of people online actually role-playing to do shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm stoked for that. Oh, this is the little sketch of the cover that I want Ryan to ink. If you can figure out what that is just from that glimpse.
Looks inked already.
Oh yeah, the little post-it sketch. There's the cover, boys. Gonna scan that bad boy and color it tonight.
It's an ash can for the ash can.
Oh, right.
It's an ash can cover for the ash can.
We got struck yesterday, though. Yeah, it was for something stupid. Actually, let me check that real quick. We're at like almost 1,100 hours now. We're like 10 shy of that because of you guys last night. We got almost another 100 watch hours immediately, which was fucking bonkers. We normally average like 40 or 50 a stream, and we doubled it last night just hanging out with the dudes. Okay, so what a fucking bitch.
What'd Kayla do now?
No, so that stupid fucking Italy song that's complete gibberish.
What?
Yeah. That one cannot be seen at all because evidently Italy is just fucking ashamed of it.
That has also been like making its rounds on the internet.
Oh yeah, no, that's why we
like
looked at it the other night. Like I was dying laughing at it. But then the fucking Vanderbilt kick that Jeff had me bring up of that bitch like making history. And it was like the most whack ass, like they set her up to look like an absolute idiot, and I just ended up feeling bad for the girl. Like it's the first female to kick during a college football game, and they basically put her out on like a Fisher Price setup. I was like, this is bonkers. But that's got struck too. I wasn't there last night. Yeah, I guess not. You
were missed, Gamescape. You were missed. You would have had fun.
Yeah, we went really late too. I think almost 4 a.m. for me and Jeff.
It got so wild in the last hour when we started hunting down serial killer art.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah,
I remember that? I forgot about that till just now.
Oh my god, Kevin, I really wish you had jumped in because it was ridiculous. Then Ryan, this morning, Beth comes in and she goes, So have you ever heard of this what was it, Albert Shawcross or whatever? The dude from
Oh,
my
yeah.
area that we looked up? Yeah, this morning Beth comes out and asks me, she was like, yeah, I was reading about him for the little short story I'm trying to write. And she was like, I need your help though. But she was like, yeah, have you ever heard of him? I was like, were you watching the stream last night? She was like, no, why? I was like, we were literally trying to buy some of his fucking art. I was like, I'm really drunk, and we made a joke that we were gonna look up serial killer art and see if we could buy some to give it away on the channel. And like, we went from having like 22 people watching to like 10 in like a good 5 minutes of making these jokes.
And good friends that usually stick around were announcing that, like, okay, this is it for me. I gotta go, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, they were like, we're tapping, this is getting demented, and we just kept finding more and more shit, and it just kept getting funnier and funnier for some reason, because it was like demented that like I made this offhand joke about it and then was like, I wonder if we could get some, and then immediately it was just like the easiest thing to find in the world. Like we basically found an eBay for serial killer shit.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was. And
then
you found all the competitors. You were like, oh shit, there's like all these reps for serial killer artists.
Yeah, competitors who had been run out of business, and like I wasn't sure if it was real, but then there's actual news articles backing it up and talking about how there's like people in these towns where the prisons are that have protested these people being able to set up like deals with them. And then Mitch in chat, we find out, is a fucking CO at a Supermax and works with a bunch of serial killers. So we went and looked up a bunch of the serial killers that he fucking sees on the day-to-day. And then we were like, yo, Mitch, can you fucking put some art in your prison wallet and bring it out for us? And he was like, totally fucking not, dudes. It was bad.
He almost beat us up for asking.
Yeah, it was hilarious. We were like, you're our best viewer. Can you shove a bunch of serial killer art up your butt and risk your whole career for us? Yeah, no.
Thanks for the support. Where does it stop?
Like seriously, the wildest night we've had, and it was just all riffing. Like it was a joke, and it was just going too good to where it was disturbing everyone.
And then it felt like a setup that they were trying to lure us, because no shit, Kevin, we pull up this one guy's page, and the first paint he has is an awkward woman laying on the beach, sipping a bottle that she looks like she's blowing in a bikini, with Jason 20 feet behind her walking towards in his hockey mask, carrying a knife in the head.
Yeah.
We were like, this is calling to us. This is calling to our soul.
It looked like she's sucking a dick, and Jason Voorhees is walking up the beach holding a severed head, but he looks like a hot boyfriend, like walking up to her with like dinner. It's like really fucking weird.
Like Daniel
it sounded
Craig
like something we would
water.
commission.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly
Kevin.
Like
it looks like he used that exact frame for reference.
0013.
It was so fucking wacky, dude. And then there's like, you could get Ed Gein dirt and stuff like that. You could get dirt from his gravesite. And it's all
not
like
just gossip.
Yeah, they have like pictures of them collecting it and shit like that. There's some real demented shit. Like evidently at some point, someone was able to send Dennis Rader rope. So he got to touch all of this rope and sign a bunch of cards for like certificates of authenticity. And then they framed up the swatches of rope and framed them with the certificate of authenticity. And it's a swatch of rope from the BTK killer.
Jesus.
Yeah, like the most, like, it's not even shit from like the crimes. It's not like actual drawings some of them did. Like some of the shit is just really demented shit. Like I can't remember. There was one too who was he was a really good artist, but he wouldn't stop drawing like really heinous, like horrible shit to do with his crimes. Like he would surprise people and send them like really gory pictures. And at first, the prison just wasn't looking at the stuff he was sending out. And then they found out when people started selling them online for shitloads of money.
Yeah.
And they had to start monitoring him, and he was only allowed to draw certain shit. but it was like we went down such a fucking weird ass wormhole of crazy shit, and it just kept getting more hilarious because it was like this can't be possible, and then it was like, oh no, it's wildly possible, and a lot of it's real cheap. It's like I guess no one wants it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at one drawn by Henry Lee Lucas right now.
He was one of the ones
in May of 2000.
I think he might have been the one who was not bad, but he was drawing really heinous shit, so I think he might have been censored. It might have actually been him.
Yeah, this drawing, it's basically the cover to Hard Boiled. The one where he like shoots through the guy's head.
Oh, you weren't here either. There's one that a guy did that's of a famous vampire, and it's from a movie, and everybody else was fucking just making jokes about it, but it's an actual vampire from a movie, and I knew you would have known it. I couldn't fucking think of it because I was so drunk.
Is it like a blue picture? Oh, it's Henry Lee Lucas, yeah. It's like a... What vampire is that?
It's like a bald vampire with like the pointy ear setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from some fucking movie, and I can't remember.
That looks really familiar. It's not Salem's Lot.
No, it's not Barlow. But yeah, that was from.
Oh, Derek Todd Lee is the one that did the Friday the 13th one. It looks like he's holding Jesus' head.
Yeah, dude, it's like wonky, but he's like sexy walking up the beach to her.
Yeah.
You can hear the sax on the beach for sure.
Dude, what? Yeah, I can't remember what that vampire is from, but it's like I felt like it was like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode or something.
Oh, could be.
Like it's something not crazy big. But yeah, dude, that was like I don't even know how long that went for, because no, it's not Nosferatu, guys. Like Barlow, Nosferatu, Orlok, none of those guys, or Orlok's the same one, but what is up, Jason? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Swatch a Rope. Demented shit, man. Like I was actually talking to Beth tonight because me and Christian had talked a while ago. We're both big fans of Fincher Zodiac film.
Mm-hmm.
And just like have always been fascinated by that case and everything. I actually texted you tonight, Kevin, because I just finally went on the Freedom of Information Act website, the Vault, and looked through all of that and found like all the FBI case files on it, and I'm printing those out this week, going over a bunch of that shit for something. But me and Christian were talking about doing something a while ago with the Zodiac, and doing it as just like a one-off comic, and I think I might do it now because I found a lot of the shit that I needed. I was talking to Michael Green on Dan Frega's channel because he's a cop out, like sort of in that area, to see if he could get any sort of case file stuff from surrounding stations. But I don't know what the fuck that stuff's like now that, you know, COVID's a thing.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, I don't want that dude. He's a fucking cop. He's got like real shit to do. He doesn't need to be going out of his way for dumb comic book writer stuff. But if I could get my hands on it eventually, I wanted to do something for that.
So it looks like there's two versions of that vampire drawing, and one of them is like way cooler and bloodier, and it says by Henry Lee Lucas, "Return from Death Row." Don't think that's a movie, but
that is such a great subtitle.
Mm-hmm.
Or even just a single solo title, just "Return from Death Row."
Yeah, it's a fucking old 80s movie or something, dude. I'm telling you.
It looks super familiar.
He saw, I guarantee you he saw it, and like it just looks like he drew it from memory, but it's pretty fucking close to the actual thing. I just can't fucking think of what it is.
I'll have to do some research. I'm sure I can find it.
Yeah, I'll be able.
Either way, I think I'm going to head to bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I will talk to you guys later. I work tomorrow.
All day. You on the?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the 1 to 11 thing, but if anything, I'll probably hit you guys up maybe
Yeah.
Friday. I'm not sure. I know I'm just gonna do that jerky stuff on Friday, but for the most part, that's not gonna take all fucking day.
Dude, you could fucking mukbang it up with us.
Mukbang.
You could do the jerky outside and stream.
That is true. Well, it's basically me just putting it on the things and then starting the dehydrator.
Yeah, and then you slam beers outside, do karate.
Oh, dude, so many nunchucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
chuck
this
one
was
for me, bro.
This is the one we had seen last night, but I see the bloody one you're talking about too. That is so fucking from something.
Yeah, it totally is. I almost want to say it's from like a Stephen King movie or something like that.
Yeah, that or somebody saw this fucking painting and went and made something based on it. But I've seen this like in mask form on someone in a film.
See, that one, the new one looks more like the Willem Dafoe one. Why do I keep drawing a blank on the movie? I know the writer and I can't think of the name of the movie. With Malkovich?
Oh, it's
Heart.
Yeah, you're talking about the one where he plays Count Orlok.
It's the Nosferatu, but it's like a making of
Shadow of the Vampire.
Yes, Shadow.
Yeah, we mentioned it already, but yeah, it's not Orlok.
All right, guys, you take it easy.
I'm pretty sure
sorry,
it's
we'll let
something
you leave.
more obscure.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna,
I think
Good night, everyone.
I think I'm also going to wrap it up because we're it's 2 a.m. We've been going 2.5 hours, and I said I was going to do like an hour stream. Subspecies. Let me check that out really quick, but I think I know what that is too. Yeah, no, not this guy. I knew what this was immediately though, because I don't think it was on stream, but I was talking about this with someone recently too. What the fuck was this guy's name? He's got some crazy fucking name. Radu. Yeah, Radu. There we go. Yeah, I remember seeing this when I was like really fucking young. And I thought that was what's his face? the same dude that plays the Grim Reaper in the Bill and Ted movies, William Sadler.
Oh, I always forget that guy's name. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and it's Anders Hove. But yeah, when I was a little kid, like they look really similar, especially when Sadler's in that fucking makeup. Like it looks like Sadler with like some cheek prosthetics. It
does.
Yeah, it's crazy because that's
it really does. Oh, you know
vampire,
what? And then it's the no eyebrows.
Yeah, it makes like everybody they have the same look shape, insane.
But... yeah, it does.
Everyone instantly. It's insane, dude. Yeah, Grim Reaper. It just looks like his friendly cousin.
I had a friend that was 6'7", and our senior year in high school, he shaved off his eyebrows, and it was even scarier on a 6'7" dude.
Oh hell yeah!
Like he just looked like some like Viking monster. He's just like, oh my god, don't
what is up, Shogun? Yeah, it's
up,
wacky. Thank you guys for stopping by, but yeah, I am going to call it. Go probably crawl in bed with the girlfriend and fucking pass out early. Well, this is early for me, but so I could actually do a midday stream tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna also work on the logo for my comic so that I can print that out and have that ready and lightbox all of that for the big thing, the big shebang. But yeah, we'll keep doing these. We'll keep chipping away at design stuff and figuring out what we're doing for the 24-hour comic. We'll most likely be back tomorrow night as well. Ryan is gonna go live soon in color. He should just announce that on here.
Yeah, I think probably about 20 minutes I'm going to try to go live on my channel, and I have some Hammerella coloring I want to do, so if anyone wants to join me over there, feel free.
Hell yeah, I will probably...
Oh, and then Friday noon, I'm going to have this kid named Ryan Hack on for this book called Bric-a-Brac that looks interesting to me. So that's noon Pacific. If you guys want to check that out, John Hervey will be joining me again. and we'll be doing another creator spotlight on a smaller creator this time. So feel free to check that out as well.
Excellent. Yeah, I tweeted Ryan out tonight. We're figuring out some stuff for the channel. I think I'm going to start doing something like that, like a creator spotlight once a week, where we just sort of like, for those 7 days, we'll shout them out at the beginning of the video, maybe check out some of their stuff really quick, even if they're not on. Just consistently give them a little shout out. Remind you guys they exist if you want to go check them out and everything. So he's definitely the one to check out right now. They got a little campaign going for Bric-a-Brac #2. You can get the first 2 issues with it digitally or physically. Very reasonably priced, and they're not too far away from their goal right now. I can actually, let me pull them up real quick.
Yeah, because you guys will dig the art as soon as you see it, even if it's not something you want to read. You'll be like, I know someone would like this. It looks really cool.
Like, I think I'm going to get the double pack, and I was thinking I was going to just probably read it really quick on my own terms, because it doesn't look bad at all. And then after I read it, just send them to my brother for my little nieces, because I know they'll absolutely love these. Yeah, here it is. Sorry. Share. But yeah, book looks really cool. I don't personally know the kid. He hasn't reached out to me or anything.
Yeah, me neither.
We were gonna reach out to him.
Yeah, my thing was I hate Christmas stuff. This got me looking at it, so I was like, "That's interesting to me." That's a hook to me.
Like it looks good. It looks really good, and I know my nieces will really dig it.
So we'll see what this kid's made of Friday.
Yeah, we'll see what's up on Ryan's stream, and pop over there. So that'll be 12 p.m. your time Pacific. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, 3 Eastern if you're over here on the East Coast with me. But yeah, book looks awesome. Another thing that really sold me on it, which is normally like a big dead giveaway that something's fucking amiss here, is the lettering is fairly solid, dudes. And that's normally a dead giveaway for some absolute fuckery. And it's not here. And there's some cool character design. This snowman spider I really liked. It's just got a good, like, genuinely I mean, not genuinely, genuine vibe to it. Like, it doesn't feel contrived or up its own ass or trying to force some sort of weird mentality on your kids. It's just looks like a fun fucking story. Yeah. And I read through all this and everything. Ryan, the writer creator, is crazy about Christmas stuff, and I think it really shows in this. So if you got kids or kids in your life like I do, like nieces and stuff like that, and you love Christmas, check it out. Check it out for yourself, because it looks kick-ass.
You've got a youthful heart, unlike Spencer and I.
Yeah, right? If you
still have a little joy in there. Yeah.
I love Christmas so much, I'm in love with a Jewish girl. Went out of my way to never celebrate it.
So you're Jewish, eh?
Yeah, right. Perfect. I fucking hate Christmas.
I mean, you're cute and your personality works too, but as long, hey, number one.
I'm really just looking for an out on Christmas. Yeah, no. It's a split house. Her mom does the whole Christmas thing too, so it was actually funny. I had my first Hanukkah a couple years back. It's pretty cool. Passover's cooler. You eat dope food. But yeah. Thank you, dudes, for hanging out. We got a lot going on. Like Ryan said, he'll be streaming a little while over on his channel, doing some colors, probably 15-20 minutes by now.
Yeah, give me 15 minutes from now, and I'll be live.
And I'll be in with the dudes again tomorrow night and tomorrow afternoon sometime. We'll do something for consumer, even if it's a quick one. We'll check out the logo. We'll talk some stuff. We'll see what the fuck's going on for the day. And I got to get back to Mitch's sketch cards so we can get those out to him. Just keep getting sidetracked with a bunch of stuff and getting all excited for different shit, getting antsy for the 24-hour comic. But yeah, thank you so much, dudes. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.
Later, guys.